to the Piedmont Wellness Center broadcast this evening. My name is Kelly Benamati, and I would like to thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I am the Director of Clinical Patient Care here at Piedmont Wellness Center, and I'm hoping to answer some of your questions that you might have on integrative medicine, what it means to lead a holistic lifestyle, what changes that are necessary for you to modify in your life so that you're able to reach optimal health and feel good about yourself all the time. Not just subside your symptoms that you're having, but to actually make the necessary changes in your life to feel good, mind, body, and spirit. I will answer questions on that, how to eat healthy, the type of services that we provide at our office. I will walk you through what it is for the what you can expect in the first 3 to 6 months and how we will help you to reach your health goals. I have a passion for bringing others education on this topic and in our therapeutic environment here, and I love what I do. My 2 college degrees are in related fields, and I can bring forth a wealth of knowledge for you, and I hope I will do that this evening. All right, so what is holistic medicine, and why are we different than traditional doctors' offices that you are used to, PCPs, primary care physicians? And how do we help our patients here at Piedmont Wellness Center? Well, first of all, we do extensive testing in our office. For instance, if you go to a doctor's office and you are feeling lethargic and you have no energy and you're very fatigued, you've been gaining weight, you are having immune system problems and issues, our clinicians here at Piedmont Wellness Center, whom are Tammy Worrell, the women's health nurse practitioner, and Leslie Brown, who is our family nurse practitioner, will help you to understand what you have going on in your body. So we do extensive testing. We do 5 or 6 different tests for the thyroid. We will do testing for the thyroid antibodies. We also do testing for food sensitivities, mold. We see Lyme patients. We see a lot of different patients that come in that have the same type of symptoms, but not necessarily have the same type of disorders or diseases associated with those symptoms. And so based upon what you tell us in the first visit, we will order some specialized testing. So let me walk you through that first initial visit. You call our office and hopefully we will be able to get you in as soon as possible. Now, Tammy does see patients about 45 minutes is the first visit, and Leslie's is about 30 minutes appointment. And Tammy is here not as much as Leslie, and so her appointments we are booking into the first week of July currently. And so what we do is we will schedule your first appointment with either of the clinicians. We get you into our appointment. When you arrive, you can expect that you will have blood work drawn that day based upon any symptoms that you're having. We want to find out why you are gaining the weight. We want to find out why you're not having a sex drive. We want to find out why your abdominal area is expanding. We want to find out why you might be experiencing brain fog and other symptoms that are associated with the main diseases that we see in our office. And with that being said, you will come in and the clinician will listen to you and give you the undivided attention that you deserve. They spend a lot of time going over any type of other office visits in doctors' offices that you have been to. They will listen to your issues that you're having. And then based upon that and maybe past blood work that you have had or clinical procedures or anything that you've had in the past, and then we will order those specialized testings. You're also able to request those at your own leisure as well. Some of the testings that we actually offer in our office can be very expensive. We do heavy metal testing and we also do the mold testings, and those tests can be $300 a piece. That's a urinalysis test. We can also do a mold panel as well, and there are Lyme test that we offer, the 23andMe and other tests that we can, send off to have brought back into our office. And we have a LabCorp phlebotomist in our office. So when you're here, we make it very convenient for you. You can see our clinicians, and then immediately after you see the clinician, you can go in to see Autumn. She's our phlebotomist. She's very nice. And we will treat you with care, and we will take the necessary blood work. It takes about a week to 2 weeks, depending upon what blood work we have requested. At the end of the visit, we will schedule a follow-up visit. This is considered the patient number 2 visit. And that is typically 1 to 2 weeks afterwards. Sometimes it can be longer if we are booked. And we will have you come back for a follow-up visit. And that is to discuss the in-depth testing that was performed in our office on that day. And based upon your blood work, when you meet with our clinicians, we will come up with a care plan for you to reach your optimal goal so that you feel better all the time. We will just not mask your symptoms. We will make sure that when you leave, you have a specific protocol. You will know specifically how to take the supplementation or the prescriptions that our clinicians have recommended for you. And you will leave here hopefully having a really good plan that is precise for you. We will write on every single one of your supplements how you're supposed to be taking those. And we will ensure that if you follow exactly what our clinicians tell you to do, the compliance to your care will equal the results that you desire. So if you're a good person on taking the supplementations like you're supposed to, and your thyroid medication on an empty stomach like we recommend, and you take your supplements for sleep, and you follow exactly how we tell you how to take those, you should reach your optimal results that you are desiring. And it's when people, and I'm going to be discussing the diet and how important that is for us, because we have so many different diets that we can give to just different patients, just depending upon what their need is. But Tammy uses an HCG diet, and she often will use that with a lot of her patients. And if you follow that protocol specifically how it is, you should lose the weight. You should feel better. You should not have the brain fog. Your levels, if you're having glycemic index levels, and you follow those diets specifically how she has taught you, you will see the optimal results that you're seeking. Same with Leslie. She has a specified diet, and the low carbs and following the high protein, so you stay satiated for longer periods of time, and you're not eating between meals, and you're not having those meal replacements. You should lose the weight and reach your goals. And I'll speak more about that in just a little while, but I want you to know how important you are to us. And I want you to know that we're here to help you reach your goals and to get you to feel better. You can reach us via phone or email. A lot of times our patients, we will call after hours, and we always do follow-up calls to make sure that our patients are feeling better, and are they, having any symptoms or side effects from anything that we have prescribed to them. We have a wonderful follow-up policy where we do check on our patients, and I want you to know that you're not just a number. We actually do spend the time, and we want you to feel like that you are a part of our facility and our therapeutic environment. And we offer a lot of different services. It's not just that you can come in to see the patients. One of the examples I can give to you is that we see Lyme patients. And when they come in, that involves a lot of discipline for the patient to actually take the prescriptions as directed. And then there are supplementations that go with it. And one of those is biocidin drops. I have that here. There is a sludgy material that in our body that our cells pick up. And those, the sludgy material feels like it needs to surround the cells and protect the cells. Well, these biocidin drops will help to break down those barriers, and it actually will allow the cells to be more free. And we just have a different protocol for the IV therapy that we use for that. And we recommend that you follow that stringently for you to feel better and reach your optimal health. And we are here to help you and guide you every step of the way. We also have the pharmacy, as I'm speaking about the supplementation, and that is readily available on site. There is easy access to our pharmacy. You can call up at 336-632-9944, and you just select the pharmacy option, and it's easy to get a refill. We have an auto ship refill where we will give you a 10% discount if you sign up for that. We can ship you your products no matter where you live in the country. We can ship anything to you. And you don't have to be a patient to purchase our products. You would just use the products as directed. And anything that from our compounding pharmacy, Dr. Wanek, who is our overseeing physician, checks all of the products that we give to our patients, ensuring that they are taking the right dosage at the right times and that that is helping them to reach their optimal health. And Carson and Crystal, who are in our pharmacy, are very helpful. They can answer any questions that you might have, that if you're having a side effect or you're thinking it's a little bit too much, a thyroid medication, if you're on too much of that, you're going to have the heart palpitations and you're going to feel like, you're a little bit shaky and things like that. And we can tweak those for you. And we would be glad to do that as long as you just alert us to that, and our staff can, elevate those levels if you're having cold hands and you're feeling like, you're lacking the energy and you're taking the supplements as prescribed, and we will be glad to increase or decrease your doses as needed. We are here to help you. And so I want you to know that as we have the quality control testing, as I was describing with Dr. Wanek, and she does it on a daily basis for us. And if you are in our office, you can come in. We do not charge shipping when you're in our office for an appointment. We will be glad to have your prescriptions mailed to you the following day. Or if you're going to pick them up, you can pick them up after 3:30 the following day. And we do our best. We strive our best to ensure that, we get that to you in a timely manner. We know time is of essence for you to get started on the protocols that the clinicians have given to you. And so we try as hard as we possibly can to get that turnaround time for you in as the least amount of time as possible. Now, the supplements, as I mentioned previous, you can buy those anytime in our office. It's just the compounded prescriptions that we have in our office, in our pharmacy, that take just a little bit more of a turnaround time. And so as I'm describing some of these things to you, I want you to know that we can be your go-to. We can do anything that your primary care doctor can do. And so if you are on a supplement where it is for, a multivitamin, we sell a Nutrient 950, and that's just one of our multivitamins in our office. We can do your pap smear. We can recommend a mammogram place or a thermoscan place, thermoscans that are the non-invasive way to test the breast health tissue in your body. You put your hands in a freezing cold bowl of water, and the temperature in the room is decreased, and that'll produce hot spots on an image for us. And if the hot spots are red, that is an indication that you could potentially have some sort of a tissue that is in maybe a positive correlation for an increased risk for breast cancer. If the spots are green or yellow, that is not an indication that, up to 8 to 10 years of being able to tell if those cells are changing and you have a decreased risk for breast cancer. And so while I'm speaking of that, iodoral is another supplement that we sell in our office. I'm not sure if you can see that, but this also helps with your thyroid. And, we recommend taking 1 cap once a day. And that gives you the energy, and it helps with your thyroid production and your adrenals, and just gives you energy. I paint iodine on my breast during the time of the month so that, my breast tissue, when it's tender, the iodine, when I paint that on there, it takes away that tenderness, and I feel a lot better, and I have that increased energy. And during our menstrual cycles, when we have our hormones are at the highest levels, and we do the things necessary to take care of our bodies, when we care enough about ourselves to take care of our bodies, we produce the results that we are seeking. And while I'm speaking about taking care of our bodies, when we have this season of, welcome to the allergy season, when it's in the red and it's the pollen count is, increased, I take a product called NAC. We sell it in 600 milligram. And I take this product. It will help with the mucous membranes. It actually thins those out. And when you take that on a daily basis, especially during the times when the pollen count is elevated, your bronchioles are clearer. You'll actually see that your mucous membranes are thinner, and the product works, and you feel good about yourself, and you don't have the stuffy nose, and your eyes are not agitated, and you don't have the red glossy look, and your brain seems to be working a lot better. And while I'm speaking of that, we also sell another product called Cell Food. This is one of my favorite products that we sell. It helps with bringing oxygenation to these cells. It has 17 amino acids in it and 32 minerals. It helps with regulating your pH in your body. It helps with brain fog and mental clarity. It also will help with any bacterial, keeping away bacterial or any bad viruses that you could potentially pick up. And in accordance with that, I take both of these on a daily basis. This is a 1 ounce. I actually use this twice a day. I do 15 to 20 drops in an 8-ounce glass of water or tea. Currently, I have it in my tea this evening. I love the product. It tastes has a little bit of a lemony, salty taste to it. You'll get used to it. I don't like just plain water anyways. And this product is wonderful for many different things, many different facets. In a 1 ounce, it's supposed to be 90 servings in here, and I usually get it and use this for about 2 months. I highly recommend this product to everybody. Can use oxygenation to the cells. Everybody can use an increased energy. And actually, when you feel better about yourself, you sleep better also. I've noticed when I take a little bit more of this than as directed, I sleep a lot better because I feel better, I'm more calm, and I'm not as stressed. And so my body goes into and has a good sleep, REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep that we all need each evening. I also take something called this nattokinase, and this helps with the immune system and building up our immunities in our body whenever we are stressed and whenever we have at the last resort of, you know what, this is the last stop for me. I have done everything I possibly can. I've been to every doctor that I possibly could. No one can help me. Will you please help me? And we hear this all the time. And if you take these products, I'm a living testimony of it, that it works, but you have to invest in yourself. And I do that. I sacrifice to invest in myself, and I encourage you to do the same. When I take these products and the Cell Food and build up my immune system and get my antibodies built up in my system, I do not get sick. I feel good about myself. I have good mental clarity. I make good decisions, and I make sure that I take care of myself. And I would love to see you do that as well. We are here to help you, and we would love to get you on a fast track for that. We see a lot of patients. Most patients that come into our office are vitamin D deficient. And a good indication of that is to look at the bottom of your feet. Look at the bottom of your feet where you'll see dry spots where a lot of people will try to put a lot of lotion on, or they'll try to, get some sort of gel and put that on there, or they can't figure out why their feet look like they're so dry. That's a good indication that you have a vitamin D deficiency. And most of our patients do. They're lacking the energy. Their immune systems are down. They're getting sick a lot more. And we sell, one of the products we sell, we can also compound a vitamin D for you. But also one of the products that we sell is a D3 5000. If your body is not as deficient as most people that we see come into our office, and I have built mine up and I've tried as hard as I possibly can to take my product as I'm supposed to. I am now not on the 25,000 I use a lot of patients are, along with the vitamin K2 that will help with that production and metabolizing it in your system for it to work properly. But I'm now down to just 5,000 milligrams, and I've made progress, and I know you can do the same. And so that is just, I'm just a good walking testimony of taking these products that we sell on these are the most common products that we sell. And a lot of patients come in, and of course I'm one of them as well. And when you take the products as directed and you are faithful about it, and you carry your pill compartment with you in your purse, or at lunch when you're supposed to eat something on a stomach with some food. And I recommend taking a lot of the products, especially I've noticed the NAC and my a couple other products where I need to make sure that I am eating on, I'm taking those products on a stomach where I have food on it. But I also want to recommend something for you, as long as we're talking about our products here that we sell in our office, that has been amazing for me, and I've seen immediate results. Now, of course, we didn't get fine lines and wrinkles overnight. We didn't Oftentimes, there are diabetic blisters and sores and things like that, and we all have little scabs sometimes, and there are just different things that come up in our body. We have acne that we see on our face, and we can get little sunspots and things like that. We sell a 2-ounce product, also by Cell Food. It is a lavender scent, and you only need a very thin layer. I typically use it in the morning, and I use a thin layer at night after my shower. You only need a very thin layer. If you start to see that you have some different areas in your face where you are noticing, the gel is peeling off, you're using too much of it. That's a good indication that you're using too much of it. But I had my thyroid removed in November of 2003. I've tried every product that they have sold. I've spent a lot of money trying to, break up in vitamin E capsules and use the actual oil right on, aloe vera, every product that I could possibly find. This is the only product since 2003 that has actually given me direct mobility. I have mobility in my neck that I've never had before. And I highly recommend, if you are wanting to decrease your fine lines and wrinkles and have more collagen production in your face and your neck area, you can use that product. And I'm walking testimony that it actually works. I have the mobility after 2003. That's a long time not to have mobility in your neck, and to have it be very tender and have it go out. When I go out in the sun, it turns like a purplish red. When I use this product, and I use it on a daily basis, because I did not get this way overnight, but when I use that product on a daily basis, I noticed a positive result. And you will as well if you've used that product the way that you're wanting to use that as well. You can also use Biased, and that's for older women typically, where you can apply a little bit of that to the face, and it'll also help with the fine lines and wrinkles if you're looking for, to have yourself feeling better and a little bit more energetic in that area and wanting to see results. And so speaking on that, that's about all I have. My last product is my favorite, that and Cell Food, and I love magnesium glycinate. I believe in this product so much. I use this product every night. These are 240 tabs. These are 200 milligram caps. I take 800 to 1,000 milligrams each evening. That's 3 to 4 capsules each evening for sleep. That product, it takes about 30 days for you to get into a good sleep cycle. Okay, and so instead of us prescribing for you to take a Lunesta each evening, or an Ambien, something like that for you to sleep, we are here to have all natural remedies as much as we possibly can, and not have you on your other remedies that your doctor has prescribed for you. We are here to give you and lead you into a holistic lifestyle. And this isn't just for you, but this is for your children as well. And I'm going to get into the food in just a minute. And let me finish up with the magnesium glycinate. But this product right here, it works for so many different things in our lives. I do not own acetaminophen or anything like that. When I have a headache, I take magnesium. When I have body cramps and PMS cramps, and I have heart palpitations and I'm feeling a little bit stressed, when I'm feeling like I need to sleep, I automatically reach for my magnesium glycinate. I always have this on hand at home. I recommend this product for everybody. Magnesium glycinate is one of the most wonderful but depleted minerals in our body. And we need this product, as well as I believe in the Cell Food that we need that as well. And so with that being said, I want to get into a little bit of the food, because our body does require for us to have these minerals and antioxidants in our body for us to function optimally, for us to sleep well, for us to get up and feel great about ourselves. Find out what it is, and our clinicians will do that for you, and then take the supplements and the therapies that we recommend to you. And we don't just offer the therapy for Lyme disease. If you are feeling under the weather, if you are feeling like you just need your immune system to be boosted up, we can offer you a super nutritional IV where we give you a lot of different vitamins all at once. We have the vitamin C. We have glutathione. We have a lot of different IV therapies that we would be glad to help you with. Some of them can be a little bit costly. If you're not well hydrated and we can't find your veins, it's going to take us a little bit longer for us to get those veins more prevalent so that we can stick you for the IV and we can get you on the road to optimal health. We want to get your body back into balance, and we will do the best that we possibly can to do that for you. And one of the best ways you can treat your body with the love that it needs and your children's is to eat right. We see so many patients come in and their stomach doesn't feel good, and they have been feeling terrible for a long time, and their gut is just, a lot of times we talk about having extra weight in specific areas, and they're brain fogged, and they're just not feeling themselves. Oftentimes, if you change your diet, just one thing is changing your diet, you will feel 1,000 times better. I had a glycemic, if everybody stabilizes the glycemic index, if you eat a low carb to no carb diet, the results the other day when Tammy was just telling me that she saw a patient and she said just by eating little to no carbs, her levels for her cholesterol were 50% less than what they were when she was just eating the way that she wanted to. And again, it's a lifestyle change. If we are going to do this, we need this to be a lifestyle change. When you go to the restaurants, make the good choices and make your children do it as well. Leslie will tell that for our children. We love our children just as much, and we need them to be eating just as well as we do, and they deserve that as well. And when you go to the restaurant, order the water. Don't get the soda. Don't get the sweet teas. Don't get anything that has a lot of the caffeine where you're going to have the crashes and the highs and the lows, and your glycemic index is going to be all over the place. Make those good choices. It's hard at the beginning, and it's expensive sometimes. When we eat organically, when we eat GMO-free, when we eat gluten-free, when we have to purchase products that, when you purchase the organic products, they don't last as long. They last just a couple days sometimes. I've bought strawberries before, and they were only good for 2 or 3 days. They don't have the preservatives in there. You can buy regular strawberries at the grocery store, and I've had those last for 2 weeks. And so this is a lifestyle change, and you have to make good choices in order for yourself. What you put in your body is going to show on the outside. It is also going to show, you're going to feel that as well. And so I encourage you to eat healthy, make those good choices. If our clinician has given you a specific diet to follow and you're wanting to lose that weight, and Leslie recommends the Lipoplex injections, and she puts you on a low carb to no carb diet and a high protein diet so you stay satiated. We also have a ClearVite product that will give your gut a break. We will put you on a 3-week detox program. It'll give your gut the break that it needs. We'll also give you a probiotic that will help with, keeping away the yeast, and also help keep your stomach area, your inflammation down, as well as your sugar levels. And you will see that you are not going to have those crashes, the highs, the lows. You're not going to have that vicious roller coaster cycle that you experience. You're going to feel better. You're not going to have, you probably will lose the weight. Of course, 8 to 10 pounds is typically the first 8 to 10 pounds is water weight. And you are going to be experiencing wonderful, you're going to have mental clarity. You won't have the brain fog. You're going to be feeling better about yourself. So you're making different choices. And that is really important for you as well as for your children and your environment. And oftentimes, what we put in our bodies, my children and I drink organic milk, and I've done a study on myself. And when we drink the regular milk, our bodies can't process and break that down as easy as we used to, because we're used to drinking the organic milk. And when you make those lifestyle changes, you will notice it is like a light switch. And when you flip that light switch on and you're doing good and the lights are on and you're feeling great, your body will react in that same way. But when you switch that light switch off, it is just, you go back to feeling the same way you were, the fatigue and the weight gain and the brain fog, all those things that we experience when we're not feeling ourselves. It's really important for you to eat the way that they recommended for you, as well as taking your supplements and your prescriptions that they have prescribed for you. Cannot stress that enough. Now, I want to touch upon a little bit about heavy metal toxicity and mold in our environment. We do see a lot of Lyme patients. And with that being said, if you are going to detoxify the body, if you are going to come in for a chelation where we bind up the toxins in your body, after you have had a positive HMT, heavy metal test, and it told of all of the heavy metals that you had in your body. We must live an integrative lifestyle. We must practice that as well. If we are going to get rid the toxins in our body, we must also practice that at home. You know, secondhand smoke and dryer sheets and plug-ins and candles. Think of the wax and the black. You see the black smoke coming out of candles, okay? The products that we put on our body as well. You know, when we are spraying body sprays and perfumes and colognes, those contain 300 different toxins. You know, you can look up the different studies, and that is what's so wonderful about us with our testing that we have, as well as the studies that we do. If we're going to get rid of those toxins, we must also do that in our environment. We must be careful about the products we put on our body, and think about the makeup and how it has the dyes in it and stains our lips a different color in the products that we're putting on our face, as well as the shampoo and conditioners. And, you know, don't lather your hair up with the mousse and the hair gels. And if you look at the back of a product, and it says it has a warning label on it, that's a good indication that that warning label is there for a reason. Because if it was safe for you, there would be no need to have a warning label on your products. And I'm not just talking about toothpaste. If you look at your toothpaste and deodorant that contains aluminum and your other products that you're using, you know, you're putting lotion on your body and you are brushing your teeth with all of the products that contain harmful chemicals in it and the dyes, and you want the whitener in your teeth and things like that, and the bleach to get rid of the stains. If you look at all of those products, you are actually putting back into your body the toxins that you're trying to rid yourself from, and it's just a vicious cycle. So you're paying for us to, you know, give you the products that are orally or IV therapy to get rid of those toxins in your body, but then you're just negating it by going home or another environment, and you are putting those products on your body. And so it's just a negation of the process. If you really want to live an all natural, you know, lifestyle and have natural remedies, you need to be doing it in all areas. I recommend, I use Burt's Bees lotion. I use their shampoo and hair products. I also use a Tom's toothpaste or Jason's toothpaste. And any product that I put on my body, I make sure I read the ingredients first. And I use a facial scrub that has nothing in it, no paraffins, it's all paraffin-free, alcohol-free, and I recommend that for your lifestyle as well. You know, I really believe in what we put on our bodies. You know, it brings our immune systems down, number one, but it also creates more of the toxicity that we have tried to decrease in your body. And so this is a lifestyle change. And, you know, I encourage you to take baby steps. You can't do it all at once. You know, you don't want to throw your body into shock. You also don't want to, you know, go out there and just buy all this stuff free and know that you're not going to be able to do that for the long term. Okay. And I've been practicing integrative medicine since 2009. I've been introduced to this and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I try to educate as many people on this topic and this healthcare and therapy as I possibly can. And so one of the things I encourage you to do is to go to your home after you've had the testing, if you know you're trying to rid your body and your environment of toxins, and look at the products that you're using. And I'm including the cleaning products as well. You know, there's a green line that you can use, and you can use a lot of vinegars and water it down. You can also use for bugs, you can use peppermint spray, because spiders and bugs, if you spray it along your baseboards and you actually sweep the top of your, you know, bedrooms and other areas in your home with those products, you know, bugs don't like that scent. It's very strong for them, number one, but it doesn't have anything for them to latch onto. They can't build a web when it's around those sort of things, you know, and these are little tidbits that will help you for optimal health. And I encourage you to use those products if at all possible. And again, I explained that it's a lifestyle. You can get used to it. We believe in you. We will walk you through the steps of reaching that. And I hope that will help you, all the little tidbits that I've given you to, you know, reach the level of where you would like to be. Now, I want to discuss the follow-ups with that being said of, you know, the therapies that we offer. And the follow-up appointments, you can come in and see us anytime you want to. We would love to help you. We would love to answer your questions. Our medical assistants are on site to answer anything via phone. If you're having the side effects and symptoms, if you need us to go up on your nature thyroid and it's just a little bit and you're experiencing those heart palpitations when you're taking that, as well as your iodoral to help, metabolize that and work better in your system. We are here to help decrease those levels for you to get you to feeling good. We recommend that you come in after your new patient number 1 and patient number 2 to see us typically every 3 months. We do the hormone replacement therapy where we insert pellets. We'll make a small incision on either side of your bottom and your buttocks area, and of course use lidocaine to numb you and topical lidocaine and things like that so that you won't feel it. But it's just a teeny tiny dose of the hormones, and those appointments, people come back every 3 months. Patients make appointments every 3 months. And so I want to encourage you that we do all of those therapies for you, the autoimmune disorders and the Hashimoto's and all the disorders that your endocrinologist or your primary care physician have, said that this is what you have, but you still don't feel well. We would be glad to do the in-depth testing for you, and we would be glad to get you onto that track to optimal health. And I want you to know that, we see tons of patients that come into our office, and this is the last stop. And so with that being said, I want to discuss briefly before I open it up for any questions that you might have for me, that we do not take insurance in our office. We are considered out of network. The lab testing that we do, sometimes patients will have prepaid labs. Again, I mentioned that we have LabCorp staff in our office, and we encourage you to call your insurance companies and find out what your deductibles are and what they will cover. We don't file the insurance. We don't have the necessary paperwork for you to file. We will help you with the CPT codes, and we will help you with the diagnosis codes. And when you leave our office, you will have an itemized statement of the services that were provided to you, as well as the costs associated with those. And Crystal in our pharmacy or Carson will help you if there is any compounded prescriptions that they need, codes associated with those, and each one of those have their own codes, and they will be able to help you with that. So that hopefully your insurance company, because you are investing in yourself, you're investing in your health, you're being proactive, you're trying to take the necessary steps in order for you to be preventative health, that hopefully they will reimburse you on some of the costs. And each patient is different. Each patient that comes into our office, again, I'm going to mention, is not just a number to us. We actually look at all of our patients and treat them with the kindness and care that they need. And especially, when you come in and it's the last resort. And so you will have to fill out your own insurance docs, and you will be responsible to turn those in yourself. We, again, will give you the itemized statements. I want to cover briefly that our appointments are $150 for the first appointment, and that is to go over any symptoms and concerns that you're having. The second appointment is a little bit more increase. It's $225, and that is for them to, the clinicians to go over the lab results and come up with a good protocol for you, because each patient is unique to us and to the therapy that we recommend for them. And so that appointment is a little bit more increased, and then the rest of the appointments thereafter go back to the $150. And we will be glad to help you with any of that paperwork, but we cannot file that for you. And I want to just make sure that that is clear. And I just can't stress enough how we are here for you. And that if there is any questions that you all have, I don't have that much time left, but I would like to open it up. I think I've answered all of the questions and concerns and things that I wanted to discuss in the webinar this evening. And that if there's anything that we can do to help you, you can always get on our website. When the patients call in, we do recommend that patients visit www.piedmontwellnesscenters, that's plural.com, and that they fill out a new patient packet. We care about your food diary and what are you eating. And, with that being said, when you have food testings, and if you cannot afford that, a lot of times the clinicians will give you the foods to eat, but they will also encourage you to write in your diaries, what are you eating? And then if there are symptoms associated with the foods that you're ingesting. And if there is a positive correlation that, you're not feeling well after you have carbs, and you're having the brain fog and the weight gain and things like that, which is probably going to be the indication 99% of the time that when we ingest that, our glycemic index increases and that we do gain the weight, then, stay away from those complex carbohydrates and the sugars, the simple sugars and things like that are going to not make you feel so well. But with that being said, we print out a new patient packet. you will bring that to our office along with any surgical procedures that you potentially would have had done in the past 3 months, something that was recent, or any lab results that you've received from any physician's office that you have, or specialist office that you have visited. And so I just want to encourage you today that, please call us at 336-632-9944. We'd be glad to help you. I do want to open it up. One last thing I want to say before we open up for any of the questions is that, in part of taking care of myself and yourselves, we have a massage therapist on site as well. And the massage therapist is here to help you as well. He does the hot stone and massages as well as art therapy. And we have Dr. Monahan in our office, who is a chiropractor, and they work in conjunction with each other. Dr. Monahan usually does a 5 to 10 minute adjustment, and Henry does the massage therapy. And I make sure that in taking care of myself, that I get a massage every single month, to reach optimal health and decrease stress levels and, just to feel good about myself. And I encourage you to do the same if that's something that you're interested in, and we would be glad to help you with that. So with that being said, I have about 15 minutes left. If there is any questions that you have for me, or any type of testings that we can offer you on the blood test. One of the biggest questions that we receive in our office is, how much do the blood tests cost? And I don't know that on the first appointment, because there could be, if you have fasting labs, that's going to add to the cost, and you will be asked to come back the next day or the day after, so that we can get the glucose levels and the serum levels and things like that for you. But also, just one of the main testings that we do is the thyroid testing, the TSH levels and hormone levels. We also do a lot of testing for vitamin D, Lyme, of course. And I don't know those specific costs. We don't know until after they have drawn your blood and what tests that we are actually going to need in the clinician's order. So I can't give you a specified number, because each patient is special to us. And each patient has different costs associated with the conditions that they have going on in their body, and what tests that we would offer for them. And so I'm really grateful that you have listened to me for the last 45 minutes here, and that I hope I have said something that will help you. I hope I have enlightened your experience and walked you through specifically what we do here, how to practice an integrative lifestyle. I hope I have given you some good indicators of what you can expect for the first, 3 to 6 months of your therapy. And your symptoms, we have the answers for you. We just need to get the blood test and the specialized testing so that we know what is going on in your body associated with your symptoms, and we can get you back into the what we consider the normal range, because our levels and what we consider normal range is not the same levels that a traditional doctor's office would consider. And so what levels we have will not be in the same accordance to what your PCP or primary care physician would recommend for you. So with that being said, please let me know what questions I can answer for you. And thank you again for allowing me to introduce myself. Again, my name is Kelly Bedamati, and I am here to help you as well as the rest of our kind staff in our office. And we hope that you have a wonderful experience when you become a patient of ours. Mandy, our medical assistant, will have a free 10-minute consultation with you to help you decipher what type of, what clinician you might see. We are good about helping you with that. Especially, because Tammy is our women's health nurse practitioner. She only sees women patients. Leslie is our family nurse practitioner, and she sees men as well as children in our office. We do have a Dr. Pavlak that only sees male patients in our office. He helps with LT and the low testosterone, and he would be glad to see you. He only works in our office on Wednesdays, typically just has his appointments until about 11 or 11:30. If you are interested in that, we would be glad to help you and assist all the men out there who would love to come in and feel better about themselves and increase our sex drive and have their the midline be back to normal range, what we consider the normal range. We would love to help you with that. I hope I have said something that will help you tonight, and I look forward to your questions. If there are no questions, then I encourage you again to call our office at 336-632-9944. I'd be glad to schedule an appointment for you, answer any questions that you might have. And I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.